Hey everybody, welcome back to Traveling to See. Traveling to See. Today we're looking at our trip to Blowing Rock and Grandfather Mountain, one of our stops on our Southeast Cities road trip back in May of 2021. Traveling to See, where we love to travel and love to share. Traveling is great on land, sea, and air. Come with us as we go and see together how much better our traveling can be. And we left Charlotte, North Carolina, on our way to Blowing Rock. And we stopped at Grandfather Mountain on the way. And how we planned this road trip. Again, if you've seen the other videos, you know we planned a 2-day stay at each destination with about 5 hours or less travel time, some planned stops of points of interest. Each destination we had lodging, activities, and food planned for each destination. Tours, points of interest if they're available, route to the next destination. And of course, we used our tools. We've got our Apple Maps, our Apple Contacts, Apple Calendar, and Notepad. We used TripAdvisor quite a lot. We use Kayak. But the Apple tools all synchronize across all our devices, so we can keep up with our plans and change them if necessary. And so now, as a recap, we started in Mississippi Gulf Coast, went to Panama City Beach, went to St. Augustine, Florida, Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and this one is Blowing Rock and Grandfather Mountain. And like and subscribe so you can see our other videos. So, as we're planning our trip for Blowing Rock, we looked at TripAdvisor to see what is there to do in Blowing Rock. And there you can see is TripAdvisor Blowing Rock. And Blowing Rock is number 10 of 30 things to do in Blowing Rock. Beautiful view, well worth the trip. And here's the Blowing Rock website, which, by the way, is where you can see all the information and get reservations and such. I believe in this case we just bought our tickets there when we got there. It's an interesting site, quite beautiful up there. But we also knew along the way that, because there you can see the map, and we again were coming from Charlotte, so we knew we'd stop at Grandfather Mountain State Park on the way to Blowing Rock. Here's TripAdvisor's information on Grandfather Mountain. Grandfather Mountain, really high point, beautiful views. Here from TripAdvisor, you can see the location. I'll zoom this out so you can see the location. And it's just northwest of Charlotte, and Blowing Rock and Grandfather's Mountain, not too far apart. So here is the Grandfather Mountain website, and it is a state park, and they got a lot of information there. You can book your reservations right there, because you do need reservations to get in. They only accommodate so many. And again, just beautiful, beautiful sights up there. They've got this suspension bridge, as you can see in these pics. And the map again, you can see Charlotte is just southeast of there. So on our way to Grandfather Mountain, we purchased our tickets in advance on their website, and here's some pics along the way. You can see it's 5,946 feet. We are at Grandfather's Mountain, here at the first overlook. It's really pretty. See the lake down there? And over here, coming up, are the Twin Peaks. And there's Emily. And there I am with my beautiful wife, Emily, and we're getting ready to go up Grandfather's Mountain. There's some interesting building up there on the ridgeline. We'll talk more about that later. But these are just some shots as we're driving up to get to Grandfather's Mountain. When we get there, they've got a museum and some very interesting things there. These burls. They had a restaurant there. We had a little lunch. It was quite good. And different views along the way. Some narrations along the way. Pretty much a self-guided tour. There's also kind of a zoo there. You can look. There's an otter laying there. There were some bald eagles there. This was a bonus. Wasn't expecting to be able to see animals up at Grandfather's Mountain. Look at these bald eagles. They're just majestic, aren't they? Fantastic. Also, bear. They've got several bear that are there that you can see. Beautiful flowers along the way. And there's Emily with the mountains in the background, and there's the building you go in to get to the suspension bridge. And there's the view from that building. And then we're up on the level with the suspension bridge. Beautiful views all the way around. All the way around. Here's those skyscrapers again. You see those on the horizon, and actually there's some information about that it's called Sugar Top Mountain Condominiums, and they actually can't develop anything like that anymore. Now there's Grandfather Mountain. There's the suspension bridge. And Emily is not faint of heart. She went on across that suspension bridge. I watched safely from a distance. Then we went on to Blowing Rock. Blowing Rock, the city itself. There's a Daniel Boone trail marker there. Interesting. And our accommodations in Blowing Rock was a treat. We stayed at the Green Park Inn. And here's a pic of the Green Park Inn. Beautiful old building. And the Green Park Inn was actually opened in 1891. And there's all kind of presidents have been there. And here's their website. It tells 130 years of comfort and hospitality. And it was very comfortable. Now, it's an older building, no doubt about it, but it was very comfortable. Elevator was a little scary, but it got us up to the second floor because that's where we stayed, was the second floor. Here from their website you can see the rooms, and the rooms are really quite modern considering how old the building is. It was really a treat to stay there. It really was. And then the Chestnut Grill, wonderful restaurant. That's where we had breakfast, and we also made reservations and had dinner there one evening. Really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Of course, we'll talk more about restaurants later on. Here's on the website, tells the history about the Green Park Inn. And it also, at one point, it was adjacent to a golf course and golf members and such. And there's pictures of it over the years. Pretty neat. Here I took a video. Lovely. So, sitting room here in the Green Park Inn. Here we are at the Green Park Inn in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Beautiful old hotel. See Emily over at the flowers there. And Blowing Rock itself is right there, is the road going up to Blowing Rock. And here's Emily and myself. We're sitting out on the front porch of the Green Park Inn, just enjoying it. Sure is a lovely old hotel. Highly recommend it. The location's good, and right across the street is where Blowing Rock is. It's right there. You can't beat it. So, Blowing Rock. We went into Blowing Rock. You park, and there's this beautiful old stone building where you get your ticket. Here we are. We're at Blowing Rock, and we're at this viewpoint here.
Beautiful houses, beautiful mountains.
Beautiful. There's a beautiful lady there too. And there's there's some beautiful flowers. There's all kind of views here. There's the Blowing Rock right there itself. You can see how it curves out. And as we go through the tour, you actually get to walk under it. You can feel how the air blows. Again, just all along the way, there's the panorama is really, really nice. And there's the Blowing Rock right there again. And there's the path that goes under the Blowing Rock. And the reason they call that the Blowing Rock is because the wind will actually blow up there, and it's because of that curvature, it's blown back out. Oh, there's cats around a lot too. This is the observation. This is the observation tower at Blowing Rock. Beautiful up here. And they've got some wildlife there. There's some turtles. There's a little turtle pond. And pecks along the way. On the way back, we stopped at the Moses Cone Memorial Park right off the Blue Ridge Parkway, and we checked that out. It was another kind of surprise. We saw the sign, so we stopped to check it out. There's fishing and hiking and horseback riding, but you can see the house itself was under renovation at the time, so there wasn't much to see there, but there was views, overlooks along the way. But how about food on this trip? Well, several good restaurants. Twigs Restaurant in Blowing Rock. That was most interesting. The decor inside, and here's their website, so you can check out their menu and such, but their decor is twigs all over. And of course it was May of 2021, so you had to do masking, but those lights, that shows you how they decorated with twigs, and the food was really, really good. Another place was Storie Street Grill. It's right downtown Blowing Rock, and very good. Matter of fact, the city of Blowing Rock is just a neat city to walk around, all kinds of little shops and such. And this was a good restaurant, very good. And it was a busy town there in May of 2021, interestingly. But this was good. And also, of course, you heard me talk about it already, is the Chestnut Grill at the Green Park Inn. We had breakfast there every morning. It was fantastic. And we had a dinner there too. Really great. Kilwins, ice cream place, candy place, but you get your ice cream in the beautiful park right there. So you can sit and eat that. We had ice cream both nights. It was really, really enjoyable. Kilwins in Gatlinburg too. Town Tavern at Blowing Rock. That's another place right there in town. And it was busy. We had to sit and wait, and they were playing cornhole out there. We had a good time watching that. Good food. It was just really, really busy at the time. But well worth the wait. So 4 thumbs up on Blowing Rock and Grandfather Mountain. On to the next video. Again, this was part of our Southeast Cities road trip. We started in the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We went to Panama City Beach, Florida. Went to St. Augustine, Florida. We went to Savannah, Georgia. We went to Charleston, South Carolina. We went to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Blowing Rock, Grandfather's Mountain. And now we're on to Gatlinburg, one of our favorite places in the world. So subscribe so you can see these other videos. I've done a video on each stop. And we love to travel, love to share. Traveling is great on land, sea, and air. Come with us as we go and see together how much better our traveling can be. Keep traveling and watching.